let's move on to the Rockies, because the Rockies released theirs, and this is really interesting. Boy, is this interesting. Okay, so it's one of the things that has gone way underplayed is that the team, the Rockies, they have a team photographer. Every team has a photographer. This team's photographer, his name is Kyle Cooper, and he has a series of photographs called Baseball Sky. And if you've ever been to Coors
How
Field,
could you not in Denver?
I know. If you've ever been to Coors, if you haven't been to Coors Field, get your butt over to Coors Field and make sure there's a sunset opportunity. And if you have to delay your trip by a couple of days just to make sure you get a sunset, like when they are going to have a homestand of at least 3 or 6 games, just in case, just in case you're like, I haven't seen the sunset yet.
Make sure there's a night game. That's what it comes down to.
What?
Just a night game. Just a night game.
Yeah, but there's not always this brilliant cloud cover that you need to really get the full experience.
You're right.
Anyway, but out over the left field wall, like way past the giant scoreboard, it's magnificent. I love sitting at first base anyway. I'm a first base guy, but at Coors Field, it is the only way to go. So anyway, Kyle Cooper has this series of photographs that really do capture the essence of what these uniforms are trying to portray. So they sent these uniforms to Nike specifically as a jumping off point. And we've got now these uniforms that have an iconic mountain logo, right? We've got the logo. And that's all across the front. And then the uniform is split in half. In the top half is a cobalt blue and the bottom half is purple. White pants, great choice, right? There's a bold stripe down the side. It complements the entire look. They're calling the other colors Razor Pink and Laser Orange. Those are the names they've given.
Razor, Laser, Blazer, and Phaser.
Yeah, yeah, nailed it. The jock tag has the abbreviation DEN for Denver, and the hat is lined with Denver's city flag. And it's the first time the Rockies have worn the mountain logo on the field during games, by the way. They've never done that. Did you know that?
No, but it makes sense because I was like, well, wait a minute. But no, that's a spring training hat that they had that with. But yeah,
or a
no,
BP,
it makes sense.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, not during games.
So I thought that was really a smart move to put the mountain on the cap for a field.
Because real quick, that's their best logo.
Every day.
Out of all of them, that's the best one, and I have never understood why they haven't used it more, because it's outstanding.
Yep, it's every day better.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on. We've got obviously they've got different versions for different situations, but this is the first time Colorado will, or anybody is doing a City Connect without any buttons. This is a pullover. And when their chief marketing guy over merchandise and sales, or whatever his name is, came out and was interviewed a bunch of times, he said, look, all of our guys grew up playing Little League, and Little League uniforms are very often pullovers. And if you look all the way back into the 90s, especially T-shirt and pullover style rec league and Little League uniforms, he said so that they decided to do that deliberately and for that reason, which I think is really neat. Really cool. I like the pullover. I like that. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm crazy about the way that V is stitched, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it looks on the field, which they debut April 18th against the Nationals, and then they're going to wear them every Friday for the remainder of the season. Brad, what do you think?
I like it. I like the way it looks. I like the colors. It's way better than their other one. Infinitely better than the green one, especially since they're going with the white pants. Like, if they had gone with purple pants to match the bottom half of the jersey, I'd have been out. Like, no way. Yeah. But they went with white, and that thick stripe down the side this thick piping is great. It's a nice touch. However, I will say this, because it's a pullover and because of the loud colors, it feels like, again, a Saturday softball jersey. I would almost say even more so than the green and white mountain one. um, because it's a pullover.
Interesting. Interesting. See, to
But
me, this feels
like I said, I like it. It looks
yeah,
really good.
yeah. No, it's nifty. The word I'm going to use is it's nifty.
That's a good word. Nifty.
And yeah, okay, once a week, whatever. Okay, run it out there once a week, but let's definitely not move this direction more than once a week. You know, that's how I feel. Because to me, this looks like an NBA uniform. This looks like one of the gazillions of NBA uniforms that get rolled out and then they replace them and then they roll out a new one and then they replace them. And it's like, come on, man, pick a freaking lane. And they're selling merch. I get it. And it's working. And I get it. That's fine. But I will say that of all the Rockies caps, though, this is the one I would buy. If that's the scale. Then this baby blue cap, or whatever they're calling it, with the mountain logo and those bright neon electric colors, like, yeah, sign me all the way up for that cap.
So I like the hat. I don't think I would buy it, just because I like if you just go black with like the white mountain on it. I've seen those and I like those a lot. But it's funny you say that it looks like an NBA jersey, because I was texting with our buddy Jason today, and he said this is his exact message to me, Brig. He said, "Am I the only one who thinks the Rocky City Connect looks like a Suns alt jersey?"
Oh, no, because that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah. I was like, you are spot on, sir. It does.
Yep.
It looks like something the Suns wear. Do I like it? Yes, I'll give it a 6. Would I buy it? No, because there are other options that the Rockies have that I would prefer to buy instead.
Yeah, I would never buy this. I'm not going to disparage it. I don't think it's
However,
bad.
the caveat with that though, Brig, is that if I was playing in a Saturday adult softball league and I showed up and they said, "Here's our jersey," I would be pumped to wear it.
Yes.
To play softball
right? So,
in it. Absolutely.
Like, this is so much fun, and for the players, it's going to be fun. Yeah. So I think I'm going to reserve my final judgment until I see it on the field. But as it stands right now, I'm feeling a little curmudgeonly about it. Curmudgeonly.
It's funny because
I don't love it.
So this is my last thing about this, and I think it kind of just is reiterating the things that I've been saying, is that, like, there are things about it that are really fun that I like a lot, but it doesn't feel like a big league jersey, which I understand because they specifically said they wanted a pullover because everybody played Little League, right?
Yep.
But that's what it feels like. Aside from being a softball league jersey, it also feels like a Little League jersey or like a travel ball jersey.
Right.
Right? Because you get all those loud uniforms from the travel ball teams, all these kids designing these things, throwing stuff against the wall, whatever. Like, that's what it feels like more than a big league jersey. And I think that's my big beef with it.
Yeah. Like, this is a players weekend thing or a Little League Classic maybe or something like that.
Yeah. But we'll see what it looks like on the field. Maybe it'll look really good.
Which is cool. Like, that's what they wanted. That's what they were going for. They completely nailed it. Like, they crushed it. And they got all the elements.
I think you nailed it with once a week is great.
Yeah, once a week is plenty. Don't be going more than that.